What's up, everybody? So what we are going to do is we're going to talk about Fibonacci, and we're going to talk about that Faraday cage that I was talking about. All right, you need to start healing yourself, and you need to start following paths that actually work. Okay, if you want to take pills, that's completely your choice. If you want to try some other medicine you don't know much about, but frequencies are going to be the future of medicine, and I'm going to show you exactly how you can heal yourself. All right, so let's get started. What you see right here is called the Fibonacci sequence. The Fibonacci sequence just takes one number, adds another number, and gives you a new one. 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus 3 is 5, 3 plus 5 is 8, 5 plus 8 is 13, 8 plus 13 is 21. Okay, so as you can see, it's just adding the next number and the next number. The Fibonacci sequence is a very important number. It is a sequence that adds up and adds up and adds up and gets closer and closer and closer to the golden ratio. And the golden ratio is what you see out in nature. When you look at nautical shells, when you look at tree growths, when you look at the way that flowers have their petals, this is all perfectly aligned with the golden ratio. Okay, so the Fibonacci sequence is just taking one number that came before, adding the next one, and creating a new number. All right. The future of medicine will be frequencies. All right, the future of medicine will be frequencies. So what you are going to see here is, again, you have the Fibonacci sequence, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the first 24 digits of the Fibonacci sequence. Okay, so as you see here, you've got 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21, 34, 55, 89, 144, 233, 377, 610, and it keeps going. And as you can see here, it is going to get exponentially larger as it goes. Right, 28,657 plus 17,711 is going to get even bigger and bigger and bigger. Okay, so the first thing that we noticed is we need to find a pattern in this, or else it's just a very chaotic number. And what you will see is when you reduce the Fibonacci sequence down to a digital root, you end up with this pattern: 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, and then 4. Why 4? Because the next number would have been 13, and 1 plus 3 is going to be 4. Why is the next one 3? Because the next number is 21, and 2 plus 1 is 3. Right? Why 7? Because the next number is 34, and 3 plus 7 is going to be, 3 plus 4 is going to be 7. Okay? So as you continue working this out, the next one is going to be 55, 5 plus 5 is 10, 1 plus 0 is going to be 1. Then it's going to be 89, 8 plus 9 is going to be 8. So as it continues going out, you just reduce it down to its digital root, and you end up with these numbers. Okay? Now, when we apply these numbers, these 24 numbers, to a circle is when you start to see some pretty awesome stuff. Because as you'll see here, and I color-coded it for you, 1 is going to be connected to this 8, 1 is going to be connected to this 8, making a 9, 2 to the 7, 9, 3 to the 6, 9, 5 to the 4, 9. This is perfectly balanced with 9. All right? Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take what Tesla said, and we're going to place a 3, 6, and 9 triangle inside of this. But we don't have to actually artificially do one. We can see right here that 3, 6, and 9 is the perfect balance of an equilateral triangle within this circle. Okay, so again, not only did it work with the 1 through 9 on the chakras, it also works with the Fibonacci. If you have 24 digits, it still is going to have a 3, 6, and 9. And not only does it have it below, it has it above: 6, 3, and 9. Okay, this is actually 9. It's just reversed. Okay, so that's really interesting. But what happens when we start rotating? Now, what we're going to do is we're going to rotate clockwise just to show you. So when I rotate clockwise, I get this 1, 7, 4. 1, 7, 4. If I rotate again, I get 1, 1, 1. 1, 1, 1. If I rotate again, I get 2, 8, 5. 2, 8, and 5. So if I continue rotating this, right, 5, 8, 2, 8, 8, 8. 4, 7, 1. 3, 6, 9. 7, 4, 1. 1, 1, 1. So as I continue going around the circle, all right, all the way around, it's going to give me a different frequency or a different number every single time. And so it has this list of numbers right here, as you can see. Okay, so when I take those numbers, and this is where it's going to get really cool, when I take these numbers right here and I lay them out, right, 1, 7, 4, 1, 1, 1, 2, 8, 5, all right, I have this perfect alignment of 12 on 12. 12 numbers on top, 12 numbers on the bottom, representing pretty much your day, right? You have 24 hours in a day, 12 hours a night, 12 hours a day kind of thing. Do you see it? Probably not yet, but you're going to. You ready? It is a perfect alignment of 999. Okay? 1 and 8 is 9. 7 and 2 is 9. 4 and 5 is 9. 1 and 8 is 9. 1 and 8 is 9. 1 and 8 is 9. 2 and 7 is 9. It goes all the way across. But not only does it do that, it is following Fibonacci, right? Take the first digit of this. 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 4, 3, 7, 1. The exact same numbers that I was showing you are also being found in this. And so when you listen to these frequencies, right? So if we go back to these frequencies by rotating this, when we listen to these frequencies, what we actually create is that grid that I was talking about. So in our world, we have vortex math, and vortex math is duality, and duality creates illusions of light. And that's why you have ups and downs, you have positive and negative, you have left, you have right, because it is very chaotic unless you are living within the seams. That's where those 3, 6, and 9s were found, if you remember. When you are living aligned with the Fibonacci sequence, when you are living aligned with nature, when you are living aligned with raw time, you will see here that you create a grid that has 0 chaos. You have 9, 9, 9, or you have 3 and 6 and 9. Okay, so not only are the seams 3, 6, and 9, but the inside is also 9, 9, 9. Okay, and when you really get to the understanding of this, this is creating a grid that is around you. And this grid plays a huge role in your quantum life. Okay, this is called the outer net. So vortex math created the internet, which is exactly what computers are based off of, binary code, 1s and 0s. This creates what is called the outer net. This quantum grid alignment will guide your life. That is why you're doing this. So again, if we go back and we look at the vortex math, right? 3, 6, 9, vortex math is going to be the frequency and the vibration. Okay, that creates this grid right here. It's very chaotic, and that's why you feel your life is chaotic. And it doesn't matter whether you do it as 1, 2, 4, 8, 7, 5, 1, or if you do it as 1, 7, 4, 8, 5, 2. It is still very chaotic. You can land on a 1, a 7, a 4, an 8, a 2, and a 5. Okay, not a 3, 6, and 9. If you only knew magnificence of 3, 6, and 9, you could live aligned like this. All right, so now what you have is I have created a song that will play that is aligned every 3 seconds with each one of these frequencies. And when you listen to the song, what it is going to do is it's going to create this grid in your reality. It's going to create this grid in your observable reality, which is the importance of quantum mechanics. It is only what you can see that becomes your reality. Okay, so all around you is numbers, you just can't see them. All around you is a grid and a matrix, you just can't see it. And right now, it looks like that chaotic one that I was showing you. Okay, it looks like this. And what you are trying to do is you're trying to get to this. And here's the biggest reason. Because all of your devices that connect to the internet need water to supply the energy. And they pull the water from your cells. It is microscopic, you will not see it. It is pulling the liquid from your cells to send the charge that allows you to use your phone and the internet and your cameras and all these different things. And when it pulls the water from you, it dehydrates you. And when it dehydrates you, it then causes your blood and your water to slow down, which is why your chakras are wheels. Okay, when you learn the word chakra in Sanskrit, it actually means wheels because it is supposed to be rotating just like a water wheel. And as long as it continues rotating, it generates the water that you need to sustain the organs that it's connected to, that sustain the glands that it's connected to. Each one of your chakras is connected to a very specific gland that then ends up generating and is connected to an organ. Okay, so the more dehydrated that you become, the slower things move. The slower things move, the more dis-ease you become. That's what disease is. It's just dis-ease. It is slowness inside of you. It is stagnant water that is collecting bacteria, and that's how you get sick. So when you listen to this song, when you listen to these frequencies, it creates a grid in your reality, in your room that you are in, that captures all the unbalanced frequencies that are coming from your phone, that are coming from 440 hertz over 432 hertz. It captures them, and in that grid is where they stay. So as long as they stay in that grid, they're not going into your body. If they're not going into your body, they're not pulling the water that is required for them to basically work. It is pulling it from your grid. And so, therefore, you will stay more healthy. your body will stay more hydrated. And make no mistake, the number one reason that people go to the hospital is dehydration, because dehydration is the first sign of illness. It's the slowing down of things. If you do not pay attention to this, it becomes dis-ease, and then you have cancers, leukemias, sickness, so on and so forth. Okay? So what you can do is you can play this song for 27 minutes in a room that you are in, and it will last for 12 hours, creating a grid. And in this grid, it is going to be around you. Okay, so you play it out into the room, it is going to be around you, and it is going to collect all of the unbalanced frequencies. And once it collects all the unbalanced frequencies, they will not affect you. This is called a frequency Faraday cage, and it is there to protect you. Get your 9 vibes lined.